Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is the start of my cross stitch vlog for the week. I just realized today is Tuesday. I just realized I did not do a segment yesterday, Monday. In the hubbub of the arbitration and everything, I just forgot. And I realized it this morning and I'm like, motherfucker, like, yeah. So I actually did some stitching on this piece yesterday because we wound up they played a video deposition for 4 hours of the day. And my boss, we don't take that down or edit it. So we had a little bit of time. So let me show you. Yeah, so I finished everything here and then I did this. So now all I literally have to do is the basket part. I have off Thursday and Friday, so I'm really hoping to do some stitching and get that basket part done then. And I know, I think I said this in the previous vlog, or it was in one of my Stitch With Me videos. I am going to take this to the retreat next week. Oh, excuse me. Someone suggested that I would probably regret if I didn't take it because, you know, you get there and you're like, I don't feel like working on this, and then you got nothing else. So I am going to take this. Now, I'm not taking this stand because I'm taking my table clamp that, I'm telling you, this fucking fabric. I am going to take, I have another hoop that I'm going to just pull this out and put it in. And I'm going to just take my table clamp. It's just a lot easier. Someone wanted to see the back of my work. My backs are awesome. Now, you can see like, no, that's, yeah, my backs are pretty neat. I mean, look at that. It looks pretty good, right? I mean, I've been stitching since I was like, how old are you in 6th grade? 10? 11? I'm 47 years old. Been stitching for like 35 years, you know? My back should look like that by now. But you know what? Here's the thing about backs of cross stitch. As long as you can't see the threads carried in the front when you look at the piece, and as long as there aren't a lot of lumps and bumps for when you go to frame it and you would be able to see it, who gives a fucking rat's ass about what the back of your work looks like? There are just so many, I don't want to say so many, but I know there are people in this community, or, you know, stitchers, that are like, if your back doesn't look like the front, yeah, suck it. Just, now, I do remember one time that somebody said, and I know I saw it like in a cross stitch group, somebody said they took their work to be framed and the people framed, it looked so good, the back, the people framed it with the back showing on the front. Like that was the framed piece. Can you imagine getting it back and being like, that's the back of my work? Yeah, you know your work is good when, I'm not that good, but because you can tell the difference between the front and the back. But I think my back looks pretty good. I'm very conscious of not carrying my threads across because that's a light colored fabric. You would be able to see it. Anyway, today is actually going very well for the arbitration. I hope I have not jinxed ourselves for the afternoon by saying that everyone's doing their goddamn job, which that helps me. Yeah. And as of the recording of this, we have it tomorrow, and then that's it for the week. And we don't have it at all next week. Yeah, let's go, because I need a goddamn break from it. And going to the retreat next week. And I'm going a day early because the H2O car group is going to be there, and they're fucking assholes, and it's noisy, and you wouldn't even believe it. I might have to try to take some video outside of my hotel room or something. But I did want to show another piece that I stitched. So the Stitching Post, which is my local needlework store here, it's about 20 minutes from my house. I got a newsletter yesterday. They are closing for renovation. And Jill messaged me and I was like, dude, when they do the reopening, we need to go because I can't wait to see what it looks like. And Jill made a good point and said that she hopes that in the remodeling that they make like a special section for when we go in to stitch, but I don't know where they would put that in the store. Although, now that there's no framing being done there, maybe we could have it in the back room. I don't know, but I really miss going to stitch nights there. They were so much fun. So, today's piece is Thankful Owls, and I realize I should have done this around Thanksgiving, but piss on that. Thankful Owls by Ben Creek. So when I saw this pattern released, I mean, this was years ago. Knew I had to stitch it. It is all with the called for threads and the button, and Tracy P, she stitched this in one day. I'm not that good. I know this took me a while. And I think I had considered even stitching the fork that they're standing on in Petite Treasure Braid, but I think I decided against it. Now, this fabric, I know it's a Lugana. I want to say it's Sparklies, the company. I don't know what the color is. It's been so long. I have no idea. But the framing was done by the Stitching Post, and I thought it was just perfect. I mean, the frame has leaves and vines, and yeah, it's so cute, right? I mean, look at that. Can you even right now? They look like they're getting ready to be eaten for Thanksgiving, but yeah, Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. That is the name of the pattern. No, it's Thankful Owls is the name of the pattern. But yeah, Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. I love Ben Creek and Heart and Hand. I love those little designs. But you know what's funny is you would be surprised. You look at this and you're like, oh, that should take no time at all to stitch. I'm here to tell you. Famous last fucking words, because these projects take longer than you think. Yeah. But yeah, so that is holding a good place on my wall. And if you hear that noise, if you hear that machinery, that is my wonderful husband power washing outside. We had a new roof put on his man shed today. And so he took the day off work, and he is out power washing it now. So that's what's going on. We're on lunch break for another 7 minutes from the arbitration. That hour went by very quickly. And since I'm off this Thursday and Friday, I will get around to doing the just cross stitch ornament issue flip through. Definitely, probably on Thursday. I have to clean our house because I've been very lax on that. Now, we're not pigs. It's only Bill and I. I keep up with stuff. I just like vacuuming, dusting. I got to do that kind of stuff. Yeah. Today's drink is Bankster Berry. Really good. I probably shouldn't be drinking this at 2:30 in the afternoon because that means I'll be awake tonight. But tomorrow we're having like a power outage thing, and Bill is taking off work again tomorrow so he can man a generator for me so I could still work. So I know he'll want to stay up a little later tonight than normal. We'll probably watch Bachelor in Paradise because that show's a hot train wreck, but it's so good. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to end this segment here. Yeah, I haven't gotten any haul. I'm still waiting for the patterns from the Needlework Expo that I ordered from Top Knot Stitcher. I ordered like $160 worth of patterns. Quite a bit. But I usually get a shipping notification. I'm sure she hasn't even received them yet. So whenever that's coming. And then my Pip and Chip stuff, that hasn't come yet. That's it. I mean, I haven't been ordering stuff because I ordered so much in the last couple months. But yeah, so like I said, this Thursday and Friday, I'm really going to try to get some more stitching done. And I need to take a big deep breath. I hope you guys are all doing good, and I will see you in tomorrow's segment. Hey everybody, welcome back, as Charlotte Dobre would say. So I realized I did not do a clip yesterday. The arbitration, I'm telling you, my brain is just, I'm burned out already. Luckily I was off today and tomorrow, and we don't have it all next week. So I'm hoping I can recoup some of my mental faculties, right? So I did no stitching, and I sat here today and looked through my patterns and stuff and just made some decisions. So I need something while I'm doing this arbitration. I need something to work on that doesn't involve a ton of counting, if that makes sense, when I'm stitching. That's the great thing about diamond painting, is that you're not counting anything. You're just pulling the color, putting the diamonds down. So I looked through all of my projects, and I decided to pull back out Carolyn Manning's Phoenix. So there is what it's going to look like finished, right? And here is my now let me show you the floss. Here's all the floss colors. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? I love like the greens and the blues. Yeah. And then here's my progress so far. So I'm stitching this on 14 count Aida. I want to say it's buttercream. I don't remember if it's buttercream from Fiberlicious. I think that's what it is. No, I think it's Vanilla Latte from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. But what's nice about the Carolyn Manning Designs patterns that are like this is, number one, it's full coverage. So you want to carry some threads, you can probably get away with it. The main thing why I like these is that it's not a ton of counting, meaning, see how I'll outline like one of these sections and then fill it in. And then I will stitch the things that touch each other. Do you know what I mean? So like when I go to do these colors, I won't even have to count. All I have to do is fill it in. I'm telling you, that is what I need at this moment for my brain. So for the time being, I'm going to be working on this. Yes, I know I put away the Modern Folk Embroidery one, and I really do think, and I know you guys are going to be like, I'm just bringing this with me to the retreat. I would love to get done page 1. Page 1 is big. I'm going to hold it way back here. This is page 1. This is what I have done. Yeah. Not a whole lot. And that's a couple days worth of stitching because it does take time. Now, this is kind of like it's magnetic. That's how it's staying on there. There are magnets in here. I want to say it's kind of like a grime guard because when I sit in my chair here, sometimes I don't want to pull out a stand. Now, if I had my Velke Potoky or I had my Dubko stand, which I have neither of those, I would probably put it in there. But it's sometimes nice to just hold the hoop right in your hand and just sit down. Like sometimes everything just becomes so complicated with sitting down to stitch, right? So if I remember, I know I linked these. I got these from Etsy. These are from Russia, from a seller in Russia. So it took a little while to get here, and they're not cheap. I want to say each one was like 15 bucks, 20 bucks, something like that. Okay. So I am going to work on that today. Bill has he's fishing in a tournament this weekend, and he's going to be going to some meeting tonight. So I will have time to stitch. But I did want to show you two things that I bought. So I like magazine holders to hold my patterns. I don't have any kind of organization for my patterns. I have no rhyme or reason. They come in, I just put them in here. I also put magazines in here. Now, I did separate all of the Carolyn Manning designs into one of these because I had so many. I was like, I'm going to put all those together. Now, finding good ones of these. You can see how hard this is, right? It's very, very sturdy. I ordered these from Rifle, like the gun, Rifle Paper Company online. These weren't cheap. I want to say for 3 of these, I want to say they were 10 bucks a piece. I got a set of 3. They came today. They came with like padding in here in a big box. They were perfect. And they're nice and hard and sturdy. It's not like the ones, like I've gotten ones on Amazon that like you can fold up and put, they're flimsy as fuck. And you get what you pay for. So I love these. And aren't they gorgeous? I mean, look at all the flowers on it. Yeah. So got that. And then I'm still trying to find a really good highlighter. Yes, I have those colored pencils and they do work good, except sometimes I still really have to press kind of hard to highlight the area. And I really want to be able to glance and see it. The pencil isn't, it doesn't cover it quite enough. Now, it prevents me from dropping. If I drop the pencil, it's not going to get highlighter on my fabric. That was my problem. So I actually went online on Amazon and looked for retractable highlighters, and I found these by Pentel, and they're actually kind of skinny too. They were like, was it $7, $6, something like that. Handy lines. It says ultra slim, and you can even refill them. I wouldn't do that. I would just buy more. But let's open them up. I want to take a peek. And so you got pink, orange, blue, and yellow. We're going to grab the orange one. So click it. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice little point on there. Let me grab. Let me try to let me highlight the word Phoenix and shooting star right there. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. That, you can see that like bright as day. Look at that. I don't want to show you the pattern. But yeah, that's nice. Okay. And it clicks up, clicks very nice. All right. I will be using that when I stitch. And I know there are some people that are really funny, like they can't use different colored highlighters on their piece. Like if they start with a color, they got to stay with it. I have yellow and pink already on there, so now there's going to be orange. I don't care about that. But I will probably bring an extra highlighter with me in my stitching bag for the retreat, just in case. Okay, so the last thing I want to tell you about is a really funny story. So if you watched my, forget what day it went up, my brain, I'm telling you, I'm so like, it was my true crime story time where it was like an hour long. I recapped the weekend. So over the weekend, we took Bill's boat out, my mom, my sister, and me, and we scattered my grandparents' ashes in the ocean, in the bay, I'm sorry. And I wore, because it was hot. I know, it's the middle of September, it's still fucking 90. Like, what? No. I wore like these capri pants that are like utility pants that they have like 8,000 pockets. And I had my cell phone, I'm going to stand up and show you. I had my cell phone in like a side pocket here. Well, up until the weekend, I did not have my phone password protected. So I would hit stuff accidentally and things like that. This is so funny but horrible. So I get home from the boat. We have lunch. We're doing all that. I happen to go on Instagram. I swear to God. I go on Instagram and I follow the tag for Modern Folk Embroidery for the Fruits of Plenty sampler. Somehow, and if I tried to do this, I could not. Somehow I left all of these gibberish comments on someone's picture, on someone's stitching. And I didn't know it until they replied and they said, you know, Stitcherista, what did you mean by your comment? And I'm like, what comment? So I go and I look and I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me right now? Because the letters that I had typed, some of it spelled out poop. Like, I was like, if I tried to do that, I could not. I felt so awful. So I deleted all of my comments. Thank God I could delete them. I had made like 8 comments. My phone was busy. Yeah. And I wrote a reply to the person and was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know how this happened. I think my phone was in my pocket. It's like the equivalent of butt dialing someone. Oh my God. I told Bill and he was almost crying. He was laughing so hard. And then I told Jill this morning and she was dying too. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now with that? So my phone now has a passcode that won't happen now. Yeah. Okay, so I finished that book, Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden. Very good. Very, very good. And I started a new book that's like a young adult book. It's called The Last Girl That Lied. Something like that. Yeah, it's my 41st book of the year. I'm 5 books ahead from my challenge, so very excited about that. But yeah, it is 2:20 p.m. here, so I'm going to go because I haven't had lunch yet. Yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow for the last clip. I realize this is going to be a pretty short vlog. It's only going to be like 3 clips. But I'm hoping I'm going to have some stitching to show you tomorrow because I'm going to work on Phoenix today. Yes, indeedy. Because I am off again tomorrow. And I don't know what's next week is like, but at the most, I'm only working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I'm going to the retreat Thursday, Friday. I can't wait. I can't wait because it is just so nice to be able to go and just do what you want. You want to go to your room, go to your room. You want to go have lunch, you go have lunch. You want to sit there, you sit there. I need that. I need to be around other stitchers. Yeah. So, I hope you guys are all having a great week, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, today is Friday, September 17th, and this is the last clip for this vlog. I know this is another short one. It is what it is. So today's been a good day. I feel like my brain is not as scrambled, I guess, from the arbitration. And I got proper sleep last night. I slept until like 8:15. That's sleeping in. Like I'm usually awake at 6:37. So sleeping until 8:15, pretty good. Bill is at the fishing tournament. I actually have a hair appointment in 2 hours to get my roots done every 6 weeks. And I did get something in the mail. I got my fabric of the month from Fiberlicious. This month's is Rustic Fall. So let's take a peek. I get 14 count Aida. It's really gorgeous fabric. Ooh, that's very pretty. A nice neutral. It's very, very nice. You know, I've come to the point where it's almost like, because I looked through my projects, my patterns yesterday, just to see like, because I was going to do a new start, just to start something new before I started working on the Phoenix. There is another fabric order coming. It just shipped from Fiberlicious. I thought I had another one outstanding, but yeah, it's coming. It's about 8 pieces of fabric. Anyway, I looked through my patterns and I had picked one out, an ink circles that I wanted to do, and I was trying to look for fabric, and I'm like, you know what? I have so many really cool fabrics in there that I think I'm going to start picking out a fabric and saying, okay, what pattern is going to look good on this? Because there's going to be fabric I have that's probably never going to be stitched on if I wait to own a pattern. Do you know what I mean? So I did work on, I just filmed myself stitching for 45 minutes. I'll put it with a true crime story next week sometime. But I did work on Phoenix. So I did get some more done. I got done like these orange squares. I worked on that color. So I'm ready to move on to another color, which is going to be up here. And it is 3842, which is like this dark blue color. So I love this piece so much. I just love working on it. It's actually pretty calming. Like I said, it doesn't involve extreme amounts of counting, because once you find the spot where you do your square, it's just 5 stitches, 5 stitches, 5 stitches, 5 stitches. So I outline it and then I fill it in, and it usually takes one length of thread to do the first leg of the whole square, and then the next thread to do the rest of it. So yeah, and I've been watching, the past couple days, I've been watching those like cheesy Lifetime movies where someone goes psychotic and is trying to get revenge on someone else. Hulu has so many movies on there. I went on there today. That's where I've been watching all of the Lifetime movies. But I went on there today and found this movie starring Laura Dern called Trial by Fire. Oh, this is 14 count Aida in Vanilla Latte from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. It works very, very well for the Carolyn Manning designs, a lot of them, because there's so much color that it looks good on white. Ones that have white, like I know there's a couple that have white in them. I'm guessing a khaki fabric would probably look good, like a light brown, you know what I mean, like a tan. But I'm someone, like there are so many here. Here's one that has white, probably. Let's see. Does it have white? No, it doesn't. It's 156, so it's almost white, like Moonstone. I mean, that's really, really light colored. So I don't know that I would want to put it on white, but I need to find a good neutral Aida color that's not white. Do I have it? I probably don't. Where it's not too mottled. It doesn't even matter because the piece is full coverage. So when I frame this, when I get this done and frame it, I'll get a mat and I'll frame it or have it matted with a frame. That made no sense. I'll have it framed with a mat and have it right up against the stitching so you won't see. Kind of like having a needlepoint piece framed, you know what I mean? But I love these pieces so much. I just can't say enough about it. I just can't. I'm really enjoying it. So, and while I'm doing this arbitration, I really think for the rest of the year, may get pretty boring for you guys, but that's going to be my piece, because during the arbitration, really where I'm probably going to be stitching is on the days I don't have it, because on the days we have it, it's just not happening. It hasn't been happening. I'm trying to get my schedule better where I'm awake earlier and I can stitch in the morning. Trying. We will see. We will see how that transpires. So, but yeah, don't you like this the grime guard? Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to get my Velke Potoky stand, because I looked at 2 videos again today, because remember, I have the Dubko stand coming, which originally is a hoop holder, but I bought also the bars that go on it where I could set a Q-snap on it, just because I wanted that option. But the Velke Potoky will hold a Q-snap, because I watched Teresa Little Stitcher's video and she has a Q-snap on hers. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get it. I really wish I had it before next week. But luckily my clamp will hold a Q-snap, the LBC clamp that I have, the table clamp, because I tried to put this in it last night and it did go. So I will have that option, because holding this is a little heavy. Oh, and you want to see the back? It's nice and neat, isn't it? Yes, indeedy. Yeah. So someone had asked me in a comment, they said, I noticed you don't railroad your stitches, but your stitching looks so neat. Do you have any tips? No. I just stitch. I don't have any tips. Try not to have your thread too long. Like they usually say, go from like your wrist to your elbow is the length that you should do. Because I find if I go much, much longer, it winds up knotting up. So there's a tip for you. But as far as making your stitches neat, I don't know. People do railroad, and I'm guessing that helps. I find when I try to railroad, it just takes me longer, and then I get frustrated with how long it's taking me. I feel like I'm a slow stitcher anyway. I mean, it took me 45 minutes to do, I think it was these 4 squares. I don't know if I had done this one. I was doing these. So 45 minutes for that. I don't know if that's slow. Because that's 100 stitches. 100 stitches in 45. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. It's not a race. I'm not. And there are people that will calculate their time and stuff like that. God love you. No. When it starts to become too much like work, it's not fun. And this is supposed to be fun because I do so much other things out of obligation, right? So while stitching this, okay, and yes, I'm going to keep showing you because it's so gorgeous, right? Well, during the week when I do my vlog, you guys would just see more of my finished stitching, and I'll tell you the story behind it. But while stitching this, I just told you about the movie, didn't I? My brain is not up to par. So the movie on Hulu is called Trial by Fire. It's based on a true story. It's about this guy that was put on death row for the murder of his 3 kids. They burned in a house fire. They died in a house fire. He got out and he couldn't get back in to get them. So you kind of see that he gets put in prison. He's in prison for where I'm at the point in the movie, he's in prison for 8 years, and he decides to write this advocacy group. Excuse me. And Laura Dern, who I'm sure if you watch movies, she's very popular. She winds up writing him in prison, coming to visit. And I feel like I still have 50 minutes left in the movie. I feel like she's going to help him try to get a new trial and get off of death row. So we'll see. But I love movies like this. This movie is the best movie I have seen in a long time. I like movies like this, number one, because it's a true story. Number two, the actors are fantastic. But it really shows you that people can change. The guy that's convicted was in trouble all the time with the law and stuff. Prison has changed him. Yeah, it has changed him. So I will have to let you know how that movie pans out. But also, you know, why I love, let me get you a little close so you can see, why I love these patterns so much is it ticks the box for me of being nice and symmetrical and nice and neat. I am someone who likes neat and orderly, and I love it in my stitching, meaning, you know, this is going to be like a perfect square. It's almost like a puzzle. I'm filling in the puzzle pieces, right? It's going to be a beautiful square where it's going to be all nice and neat. Those samplers stitched by, you know my little rant about that. The girls that were 10 years old stitching on fucking 58 count 1/1 by candlelight. Yeah. When they ran out of a color thread, they just picked up another color. But that's not my point. My point was some of those samplers are not nice and symmetrical and even, and maybe that's why I've never stitched one of them. I don't know. But this ticks all the buttons for sure for what I like in my stitching. And I figure, man, during the retreat, and I don't even know if I'm going to even be working next week, because remember, I'm off Thursday and Friday to begin with. My team does have a job Friday, but I'm at the retreat. If she doesn't take anything Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have all next week off. I'm going to be getting some fucking stitching done. You can best believe that. And at the retreat, my goal is to complete page 1 on this. Because there are, how many pages are in this? I don't know, but there's quite a bit. My goal is to complete page 1, which I don't know. I mean, it would be down here pretty far, I'm guessing. We'll see. We'll see how much I can get done in a day. What I need to do when I go to the retreat is take a picture at the beginning of the day and then take a picture at the end of the day and insert them in my video, because I will film in my room each night at the retreat. And I switched my needle minder. I don't know if I told, but first coffee. I have so many needle minders that I'm probably just going to keep switching them out, because why not? I mean, I literally have just 2 full boards over there, tons of them. Anything else? Oh yeah, Carolyn Manning Designs actually has a new pattern, pumpkin patch, but it's like 4 smaller ones. And I want to say the smaller ones are only like 6 by 6 stitched. So I ordered that, and I ordered Merlin, which I did not have. I looked through my patterns before I ordered it, because we know I have the lovely, I don't want to say problem, but I have the lovely habit of buying a pattern when I already own it, and then I get to give it away to you guys. Oh, but I did receive some wonderful news this morning. My Pip and Chip order shipped. Let's go! Yeah! Let's go! And it is coming by DHL, and it's supposed to be here next Wednesday. So my Pip and Chip order is the entire set of DMC acrylic bobbins and the foam inserts for my DMC cabinet, my chest. Now, I have a wonderful subscriber, Brandon, who has offered to bobbinate all of those for me. Right? So I am hoping that the foam inserts are packaged where I can reuse that packaging and I don't know how it's going to be packaged. I'm trying to reuse the packaging to immediately send it to him, because I'm going to send him all the bobbins, all the floss, all at once. And I messaged him today to let him know that the stuff had shipped and that it's supposed to be here next Wednesday. I'm hoping it comes early enough by DHL that I can go right to the post office and put it in the mail before I go to the retreat. And Brandon had not asked for any compensation, but oh my God, I'm definitely going to compensate him very well, because I could not let someone do that and not pay them, either by money or a gift certificate somewhere to a stitching store. Him and I will have to settle that, whatever he wants. But there's no way I could let someone, bobbinate 500 skeins of DMC. But what I love about him, first of all, he said he loves to do it. I can't imagine trying to bobbinate all of that and doing the arbitration. My head wants to explode just thinking about that. But when I messaged him, he said, I already have a plan of how I'm going to do it. It should only take me 3 weeks. 3 weeks? That's not a lot of time for that. So very excited. Very excited to get that back. And when I get it back and put them in the case and all of that, and what I'll try to do too is, because I will be filming, so my cross stitch vlog next week will be short. It will just be probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I'm leaving Thursday. Wednesday, when I get it, I'll show you the inserts. I'll show you what the bobbins look like. Brandon is really curious to see what the bobbins look like, because he's considering switching over to them. Now, those are going to be my extra set that I keep in the cabinet. I'm still going to keep the cardboard ones in the creative station. What I probably will do, once I get the whole set back from him bobbinated, I may use that, start pulling those to use for projects, and just use the cardboard set that's in my creative station as the backup. Do you know what I mean? And maybe eventually, maybe I buy another set of bobbins and down the road. And slowly, as I run out of DMC on those, switch over to the acrylic ones. What I love about the acrylic ones, and you can buy even a sample of them if you wanted to see what they were like from them. They have the color printed here's a bobbin. Okay, so this is the next color that I'm using in Phoenix, right? So the, wow, and it, oh my God, it's like exactly my nail color. Isn't that funny? Anyway, the bobbin is acrylic. Like, I hate how when you put this in something, see how that bends? I hate that. These are very flimsy. I've torn many of these. And then you have to either write on it or use the DMC stickers. The acrylic ones, first of all, are hard acrylic. I'm dying here. Ooh. Hard acrylic plastic. But what's nice about the number, not only do they have the color of the floss printed on it, the number's printed. Let's go. Like, it was worth, what was it, for the foam inserts and that, I want to say it was $260 for all the bobbins. I think. In my opinion, it's going to be well worth it. Yeah. So, that's coming on Wednesday. I'm so happy because I was like, I was supposed to get them in the middle of the month and we're in the middle of the month and yeah. Got the notification today that it shipped. I was like, ah! Yeah, I screamed, literally, probably. But yeah, it's going to be so good next week to see people I haven't seen in a year. Spend some time stitching and away from this house. Yeah. Okay. This segment was a lot longer than I expected. So, so I'm going to end it here. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.